We ran the coast. We just ran it one after another. And remember it said you had this little crazy chart on NBC. And that's when the people started crying that worked there. My God, what am I going to tell my wife after 2.5 years of saying he's not going to make it? And remember it said 3%. I had a 3% chance, right? So it's a 3%. Then we won Utah. Remember, we were supposed to lose Utah. We won. We only won by 22 points, you know. Very accurate. But so we win Utah. So it goes 3%, 5%, 8%, 12%, 21%. Now they're saying, man, that number is getting bad up there. That little number. Then it started getting smaller, you know, because they made the number small, but the number was actually getting bigger. 21%, 25%. Then we won a place called North Carolina. So it went from 25 to 32%. Right? Do you remember that evening? Wasn't that great evening? Started off with Ohio, remember? You cannot win unless you win the great state of Ohio. I heard that for a year. And then we won Ohio by 8 points. Everyone said, nobody wins it by 8. By the way, we're doing better there now than we did 4 years ago. And the great Jim Jordan and all those guys. So we won by 8 points, and that was the beginning. They said, wait a minute, not only did he win by a lot, but that was like the little signal as to what was happening. So then it goes to like 25, then 31, 35. Now we hit the 42. So now I have a 42 chance of winning, and I'm looking at all these other states, and I'm leading in most of them, right? We won 32 or 34 states. So it goes 34, 38, and now they're going, oh, what's going on here? And remember the guy, right? John King at CNN? And he's good with the board. I like it, you know, he got nice action, but, you know, wasn't so good that night. He was shaking. And he's going, well, okay, well, look, this is not looking good. This is not good. I don't know. And now he's a nervous mess, right? And he's going, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Who's there, Heather? Oh, Hammer, Bill Hammer. Well, Bill Hammer's a good guy, right? Bill Hammer's a good guy. Oh, he said Hammer's better. I agree with that. Hammer's better. Hammer's a good guy. But you know what? It's very interesting. So then we go from 42 to 48, 54, 60, 64, then 71. This is in our favor. Then 78. Then you see all the people screaming and crying. And the most beautiful convention center. They had that. Remember, they had the earth that was shaped like the United States. And they had the podium on the state of Florida out there hanging out over. And I looked, I said, you know, I said to our great First Lady, I said, First Lady, that is the most beautiful looking thing I've ever seen, the way they had it. They spent a fortune. But they knew something was wrong because they went to Grucci, right? And they were on the river at the convention center. And they had a big display of 4th of July, the whatever the hell it is, right? The fireworks. And they paid a lot of money. But now they had to pay $7 million. They owed $7 million to Grucci, and they were all set to do it, and then they decided to cancel. So I then called up Grucci. I said, listen, it's way far away from my location, but I'll give you $1 million, okay? I tried to buy their fireworks. I figured I'd give New York have a little fun. But I'll never forget that beautiful, and it looks so beautiful, 5 o'clock. It's beautiful. They're all looking like, oh, they're going to have a big evening. And by 8 o'clock in the evening, you watch these people. Remember the woman who's screaming? You know the one I'm screaming. How about her? You think she's a reasonable person to deal with? And she was screaming. They're screaming. And it was, and they talked about the glass ceiling, right? The woman breaking the glass ceiling. And it didn't work out that way. The glass ceiling broke her. But there will be a woman that breaks the glass ceiling. It just won't be Hillary.